The chilling fog rolls in from the icy depths of the Pacific. It wraps around Alcatraz Island, a hulking mass of stone and steel. This is no ordinary island. This is a place of shadows, of whispers of despair, a place where the most hardened criminals were sent to face a fate worse than death. Utter isolation. For decades, Alcatraz served as America's most notorious prison, a concrete and steel testament to the depths of human resilience and the crushing weight of confinement. This is not just a story about a prison, it's about the spirits that linger within its walls, the echoes of anguish and despair, the stories of those who entered its gates and were forever changed. From notorious gangsters like Al Capone to lesser-known souls lost in the system, Alcatraz devoured them all. The island itself seems to hold its breath, a silent sentinel guarding the secrets of its dark past. Join us as we venture into the heart of Alcatraz. Prepare to face the chilling stories, the paranormal encounters, and the mysteries that continue to grip this infamous rock to this day. From the outset, Alcatraz was designed to break the human spirit. Surrounded by the treacherous currents of San Francisco Bay, escape seemed impossible. The physical isolation was just the beginning of the torment. The prison's architecture was a weapon in itself. Cold, damp cells offered no solace. The silence was deafening, broken only by the clanging of bars and the distant cries of fellow inmates. Every aspect of life was meticulously controlled, a constant reminder that these men were no longer considered human. They were numbers, stripped of their identities. The psychological manipulation was relentless. One of the most feared punishments was confinement in the strip cell. Inmates were thrown in naked, deprived of light, warmth, and even basic human dignity. The darkness was absolute, the cold bone-chilling. The psychological effects were devastating, pushing men to the brink of madness. Alcatraz housed some of the most notorious criminals in American history, names that still send chills down the spines of law-abiding citizens. Al Capone, the ruthless Chicago gangster, once ruled his empire from behind bars. But even Scarface, they say, was humbled within the walls of Alcatraz. George Machine Gun Kelly, notorious for his role in the kidnapping of Charles Urschel, found his reign of terror cut short by the cold steel of Alcatraz. And then there was Robert Stroud, the Birdman of Alcatraz, a man who found solace in raising birds, a stark contrast to the violence that defined his life. These men and countless others left an indelible mark on Alcatraz. Their stories, a mix of brutality, madness, and strange humanity, are forever etched into the island's lore. But were they truly alone within those walls, or did their spirits remain trapped in the purgatory of their crimes? Section 4. A Glimmer of Hope. The Unfathomable Escape. In 1962, the seemingly impenetrable fortress of Alcatraz was challenged. Three men, Frank Morris, John Anglin, and Clarence Anglin, dared to dream of the impossible escape. Their plan was audacious, meticulous, and utterly baffling. Using spoons, they chipped away at the concrete around their cell vents. Night after night, they created dummy heads to fool the guards, crafted a makeshift raft from raincoats, and vanished into the night. The FBI launched a massive manhunt, but the escapees were never found. The official investigation concluded that they drowned in the frigid waters of the bay. But rumors persist. Sightings, postcards, whispers of a life lived in the shadows. Did they perish in their desperate bid for freedom? Or did they somehow manage to outwit the system that sought to crush them? The mystery endures, fueling the legend of Alcatraz and the audacity of the human spirit. Section 5. Whispers in the Darkness. Paranormal Activities. Over the years, Alcatraz has gained a chilling reputation as one of the most haunted places on Earth. Former guards and inmates have reported unexplained cold spots, disembodied voices, and shadowy figures lurking in the cell blocks. Cell 14D, the whole, is shrouded in a particularly sinister aura. It's said that an inmate was locked in this tiny, lightless space and found dead the next morning, his face contorted in terror. Visitors and park rangers alike have reported feeling an overwhelming sense of dread in this cell, as if an unseen entity is watching their every move. Are these just stories fueled by overactive imaginations and the island's dark history? Or is there something more at play? Something sinister that lingers within the very walls of Alcatraz, feeding off the suffering and despair that permeated the prison for decades? Section 6. Legacy of Alcatraz, a testament to human resilience. Alcatraz stands today as a haunting reminder of a bygone era in American justice. The prison closed its doors in 1963, but its legacy is far from forgotten. It serves as a symbol of the human capacity for both cruelty and resilience. Visitors from around the world flock to the island, drawn by its chilling history and the mystery that still surrounds it. They walk the same corridors as hardened criminals and imagine the despair that once filled these cells. Alcatraz is a place where the boundary between the living and the dead seems to blur. Section 7. Conclusion. Alcatraz, an enduring enigma. Alcatraz Island, the rock that has haunted imaginations for generations, remains an enigma. It is a place where the weight of history is palpable, where the stories of suffering and resilience echo through the corridors. Was it the brutal conditions, the notorious inmates, or the whispers of paranormal activity that truly earned Alcatraz its fearsome reputation? Perhaps it's the combination of all these elements, intertwined and magnified by the island's isolation, that continues to fascinate and terrify us. Alcatraz stands as a stark reminder of the human capacity for both darkness and light, and the enduring power of the human spirit, even in the face of unimaginable adversity.